It's our last stop of the whole trip.
This is insane. I'm gonna try poutine for the first time.
Enjoy the ride and the view.
They look so good.
So welcome aboard. Let's go find some whales. Keep your eyes out to the horizon, to the shorelines, looking for all things whaley.
Hey, what's up guys, it's Karen. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to Canada. So if you haven't been keeping up with my vlogs, basically I'm a doctor in the UK. I took 6 months out of medicine to travel the world with my now fiance, and this is actually our last trip before we go back to work, which is so bittersweet. We've had the best 6 months. We have just arrived in Vancouver. We drove from Seattle to Vancouver but decided to stop about halfway in between in Anacortes, not only just to break up the journey but also because it's a really popular area to see whales. Did a whale watching tour and we were actually successful. It was so fun. We saw 3 different types of whales. We saw orcas, a humpback, and we saw a minke, which was just really cool. We've just arrived in Vancouver. We are about to head into our Airbnb and settle in for the night, but I just wanted to intro this vlog. I hope you enjoy it. This will be the last travel vlog before I get back into a routine and get back to work as a doctor. So as you first walk in, we have a little kitchenette, and then you have the bathroom. Continuing on through, we have a lounge area, which is really nice. Feels really luxurious compared to everywhere else that we've been staying, which has pretty much been motels. And then back through the kitchenette, if you go to the right, you have the bedroom. Good morning guys, it's our first official day in Vancouver, and honestly we've had a very chill morning because it's so gloomy outside, kind of raining almost, and it's so frustrating because I saw last week they were having really good weather here. I think they were in some kind of heat wave. We're having a chill day. We've just run some errands, gone to pick up some groceries, because when we have a little kitchenette in our Airbnb, it makes me really want to cook. Like, I'm kind of craving some cozy nights in, home cooked meals, that kind of vibe. I don't know if it's just because we've been traveling for so long and eating out so much. I just miss cooking. So we grabbed some bits. First things first, I grabbed myself a Greek salad because I just wanted a lighter lunch today. And then I found these in the frozen section. These are Japanese style barbecue cauliflower wings. They're gluten-free and sounded so good, so I'm gonna have those with my Greek salad today. We got ourselves some milk for coffees and whatnot. Couldn't resist some sweet chili and sour cream crisps. Crisps are honestly our kryptonite. We cannot help ourselves. And then in terms of like a little sweet treat, we've got these Reese's white buttercups. I love the white ones. And then for a dinner, I really want to make a pasta. I don't know what it is, it's just so cozy to me. I love making pasta when I'm traveling. So we got this gluten-free pasta. Harry really liked the vodka sauce pasta that I made a couple of days ago, so we got some more vodka sauce. And then to go in there, I decided that I'm gonna add some sausage, just like for a bit of protein and some substance. These are the hot Italian Beyond sausages. Beyond meat is my favorite fake meat. It's so good. And then obviously just a red onion to put in there, and I'm gonna add some halloumi. And then us being British and clearly missing home, I'm gonna make jacket potatoes with cheese and beans. So we got some potatoes, cheddar cheese. Harry found an English section in the supermarket, which I think is so funny. So we've got Sainsbury's baked beans, and that's everything that we got. So we're gonna eat some lunch and then see if the weather turns around, and then have a cozy chill evening, make my pasta. We've got 1 bottle of wine left. That's pretty much the rundown, and then tomorrow we'll actually get into exploring Vancouver. Dinner is ready. Okay, it's actually ended up being the busiest couple of days. I just have not had the chance to pick up the camera, but the weather finally turned around. We've had the sunniest couple of days. We've pretty much stuffed the entirety of exploring Vancouver into 2 days, and it's been really fun. So yesterday we explored the whole of downtown in the morning, and then we grabbed some lunch and rented bikes for the afternoon to cycle around Stanley Park, and honestly that was the best way to experience it. It was so beautiful and we just had the best time. In the evening we watched the Vancouver fireworks. I saw that this was happening on TikTok, and it just so happened that we were there on the day that this was happening. It was like a 30-minute display of fireworks. It was stunning. And then today we started off our morning with a walk. We went to Lynn Canyon Suspension Bridge. I'd seen a lot about Capilano Suspension Bridge, but when I looked into it, it is hugely touristy. It cost like $80 to go in, and apparently Lynn Canyon was just like the free alternative. So we went there, we did a walk, and it was lovely. It was a really nice way to start the day, and then spent the rest of the day at the beach, which is exactly what I wanted. I ended up finishing my book. I'm surprised I haven't gotten to read more on this trip, but we haven't really had any like chill days where we can just sit and read. It was The Tenant by Frida McFadden. Honestly, I love Frida books, but this one didn't really hit for me. I'd probably give it like a 7.5 out of 10. I felt like it was a very slow build up, and then I don't know what it was about the plot twist. She kind of did like a double plot twist in one, and half of it I saw coming, the other half I didn't, and I don't know, it just did not hit for me. So can't say it was my favourite, but I've moved on to my next book of the trip, which is Death Row by Frida McFadden. It's a short story. I figured if I'm not going to have that much time to read here, then I may as well do a short story and like make it seem like I've read more than I actually have. So that's pretty much it for Vancouver. Tomorrow we are heading to Toronto. We're giving back our rental car, which we've had for 7 weeks now, and I'm kind of sad about it. Mia the little Kia. Then we are flying to Toronto, which is our last stop of the whole trip. Good morning guys. We arrived in Toronto last night and pretty much didn't do anything with our evening. We are heading to Niagara Falls today, so it's like 7 a.m. I'm just figuring out what I want to pack for the day because we really want to do a scenic helicopter flight. It's something that's been on my bucket list for so long. I kind of thought we would do it over the Great Barrier Reef, but we didn't end up doing that in Australia, so we're gonna do it over Niagara Falls. But the other thing we're gonna do is the boat ride, which I know you get absolutely drenched on. I've actually been when I was much younger and I did the boat ride, so I wasn't too fussed about doing it this time, but Harry's never been, so we're gonna do it again. And I think I'm gonna take a change of clothes because I just don't want to spend my whole day drenched. It's supposed to be quite sunny there today, so maybe we'll dry off fairly quickly, but I don't want to take the risk, so I think I'm gonna change into something comfier later in the day. I'm gonna take my coat with me. That is where we're at today, and then we've got 3 full days to explore the whole of Toronto, and I'm so excited because I don't remember Toronto at all, so I think it's gonna be really fun.
Looking downstream as we climb over the Whirlpool Golf Course, you can see the prestigious Niagara Parks Commission. This aerial tram carries sightseers over the North Island. Normally, the Whirlpool flows from the following
So we're gonna go up the CN Tower and then we're gonna head over to the aquarium because they're literally right next door to each other. And then on the other side we've got Rogers Centre, which is where the baseball game is tonight that we've booked. So this has all worked out perfectly.
It'll take us 58 seconds to the main observation deck. Please remain on the top.
Enjoy the ride and the view. 58 seconds, you will be back to ground again. If you look down, you see through the glass panels right below you. Exit on that side, washrooms right there.
Thank you so much. Okay, we're gonna try poutine for the first time. Chips and gravy.
Yeah. Cheese.
Yeah, nice.
I will say the late nights are becoming an absolute killer. Our Airbnb is like an hour of public transport away from downtown, so we didn't get back until about midnight last night, which is becoming the theme. We've had some really busy days here, which is really fun, but I'm so tired. Last night we actually got caught in a thunderstorm. We've been really lucky with the weather so far, but because of that, I figured today's probably not going to be that nice. So today is our kind of like indoors museum day, and we're up earlier than ideal because I'm so tired, because we're going to the Titanic exhibit, which I think should be really fun and interesting, and probably will make me want to rewatch the movie. But today's actually our second to last day of our entire trip, which feels surreal because it kind of feels like it's gone really fast. And although I miss my family and I'm excited to go home, I'm also really sad because I've loved travelling, and going back to reality is a bit scary. I've got an exam to study for, I need to try and get into Ops and Gynae this year, get back into my locum shifts. There's a lot going on, and it's nice to just not be in reality. But gotta go back sometime. These curls turned out really good today.
Okay, I just checked the weather and it looks like we missed most of the rain. It happened overnight, so it's just going to be like very humid and cloudy today, and I don't really know how to dress for that. So I'm going to figure that out, and then we need to head out in about 10-15 minutes. We're doing the Titanic exhibit this morning, and then we're going to do some museums. So we're going to go to the Royal Ontario Museum, we're going to go to Casa Loma, which I know is not really a museum, but those are all kind of in the same sort of vicinity, and then we'll see how our day goes. I think that's going to take a fair amount of time. It should be a nice fun day. I particularly enjoyed yesterday actually because we spent our morning in Riverdale Park, which was beautiful. Love the view, sunny weather, I was just reading my book. I love those kinds of days. I finally finished 2 books this trip. I finished The Tenant and also Death Row by Frida McFadden. Honestly, I can't say that I loved it. I feel like by the end I was a little bit confused, which is probably just a me problem, so I'd probably give it like a 7 out of 10, which is kind of low. for me on the Frida books. So I'm switching it up. I just started The Perfect Divorce by Geneva Rose. I loved The Perfect Marriage, and this is a sequel. So I'm about 20% through there, and I'm hoping to finish that by the end of this trip. Very ambitious for me because I'm such a slow reader, but we shall see how that goes. The other thing we did yesterday was go to Nathan Phillips Square, and there was a little market there, and Harry got me this little shell necklace, which I think is so cute. Should we go?
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is so cool. This is the first class cabin. The difference between this and the first class is crazy though. Look, it's the staircase.
It's kind of similar to the complaint.
Look at the difference between the second class and the first class. They get so much more food, and then third class. Oh, they even had different dishes. This is crazy, they even had different bathroom floor tiles. You wouldn't think it would have made that much of a difference. Matching the faces to the names and reading people's last words and realising that the lifeboats weren't filled to capacity, so many more people could have survived this if they just filled the lifeboats more. It's really, really sad.
Or from downtown stations on the other side of Line 1.
What a view! They look so good. Okay, the day has finally come. It's our last day of traveling, and honestly I'm so sad, but I'm excited to go home. Our flight isn't actually until 10 p.m, so we've had a full day just bopping around. We went out for brunch this morning. It was such a good brunch. We went to a fully gluten-free place, which I don't get to go to very often, so I really liked that. The only thing was it was an absolute palaver getting there because one of the trams is closed, so it took us like twice the amount of time to actually get there. And then after brunch we did a little bit of shopping in the Eaton Centre. So I went into Mango. I actually found a really cute long dress because I was still on the hunt. I really just want to elevate my wardrobe a little bit. I found this all black maxi dress with spaghetti straps, and I really liked the crochet detail at the top, which is why I got it, and it was on sale for $60. So we're just going to pack up all of our stuff and head over to the airport. We have a lounge pass for this afternoon, so we're gonna go a little bit early, try and take advantage of that, and then it will be time to get our flight home. This looks so good. Round 2.
Who's got the most patience?
Really?